The AEW locker room is divisive over CM Punk's return. Plus, a Forbidden Door dream match has been scrapped, and we're getting title matches and a debut at Forbidden Door. It's all in the wrestling news right now. One of the hottest TV returns this week has absolutely got to be Cindy Beale in EastEnders. I thought she was dead.
I don't even know who that is, but yeah, what?
Amazing scenes. Also, CM Punk back on Dynamite TE last night for the first time in a long time. Now, this caused some conversation backstage, didn't it, Andrew?
It sure did. This comes from Dave Meltzer, who was speaking to Post Wrestling about Punk's reception backstage on Dynamite. He said, Punk needs to be magnanimous with everyone, and I think he probably will try, at least with most. There's a lot of divisiveness. It's worse now than it's been. It hasn't gotten better. When it comes to the ESPN story, there was a lot of people who felt that Punk shouldn't have gone after Paige, even if privately he believed it. This wasn't the time to do it. Paige is not someone that's going to answer back, so he becomes the bad guy. The feeling was that Punk, went after Paige because he's friends with the Young Bucks, and he'd signed a thing where he couldn't go after the Young Bucks.
Yeah, so Dave Meltzer there saying that Punk signed an NDA that meant he couldn't attack the Young Bucks, but I guess Adam Page is easy picking.
Easy pickings.
Page is a guy that doesn't seem to rise to anything like that and just carries on through. So divisive behind the scenes and a lot of conversations in front of the camera as well. We were kind of hyped for the CM Punk Kenta showdown at Forbidden Door. The battle of the go-to-sleeps had truly woken us up, but now it has seemingly fallen into a coma. It's off. Kenta and Punk, according to Fightful Select, no longer facing each other at Forbidden Door. It was learned that Kenta had expressed to New Japan and AEW that he wasn't facing Punk at Forbidden Door. That was a word that started making its way around Collision this past weekend. Wrestle purists add to this, saying that Kenta actually pulled out of the execution for that match last second. According to Wrestle purists and a few other sources, we were meant to see Kenta show up at the end of the first Collision and take out Punk. And that didn't happen. He pulled out last second. Wrestle purists saying he now has heat with Rocky Romero and New Japan Pro Wrestling and was asked to stop mentioning CM Punk. So no Punk versus Kenta, but Punk. Now Punk is going to be working. There were some concerns that he wouldn't have a match for Forbidden Door as we were counting down to Dynamite last night. Some even saying that he might end up doing commentary for Forbidden Door. Not the case though, right?
It is not the case. So instead of facing Kenta, Punk will compete in an Owen Hart tournament qualifier against New Japan Pro Wrestling's breadman Satoshi Kojima.
Oh, that's bringing the dough.
That bloody hell! That one was set up perfectly right there, wasn't it?
Toasty. Kojima and Punk isn't the match that I guess a lot of people thought we were going to get. But if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. And exactly. I'm up for Kojima and Punk in the Owen Hart Cup.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be a great match. I think both will bring it no matter what. So again, as you were saying, bit of a strange, maybe not necessarily a dream match for a lot of people as Kenta and Punk would have been, but I'm still sure it's going to be mint anyway.
Now, the Owen Hart bracketology was unveiled last night in the men's tournament, as well as Punk and Kojima. We're also getting Roderick Strong versus Samoa Joe, Dustin Rhodes versus Powerhouse Hobbs, and Juice Robinson versus Ricky Starks, which is quite a cross-section.
It is quite a cross-section. I'm excited for Strong and Samoa Joe. That's going to be delightful. Yeah. I enjoyed Kyle O'Reilly and Samoa Joe last year as well, and I can't wait for more of that, but with Roderick Strong instead.
A whole different energy. I want to see Roddy do a flying backbreaker to Samoa Joe.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
He can do it if you're being accused. The women's bracketology sees Britt Baker and Ruby Soho in the opening round, along with Anna J.A.S. and Sky Blue. Nyla Rose versus Willow Nightingale, and Athena versus one of AEW's newer signings in Billy Starks. And that match will take place at 0 hour on the pre-show for AEW Forbidden Door.
I would like to see, if we're to pick one out of all of them, Tom, I'd go for Sky Blue to win it.
Really?
I think her momentum has been great recently. I think she's improved tremendously over the last few months, and a nice showing for her. Maybe it leads to something more than it did last year as well, winning the cup, and we see her maybe challenge the AEW World Champion Tony Storm or TBS Champion or something like that.
Sky Blue for the women's. How about the men's?
I would like to see Ricky Starks win.
I was going to say Big Ricky.
Yeah, Big
Ricky.
Ricky.
Ricky and Sky. I'd like to see Billy Starks at least do well in the tournament.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think Billy Starks is brilliant.
Definitely.
Oh my God, so many years on the clock. She's going to be a star. Now let's go to Forbidden Door for Sunday night. We had a title match that has been expanded upon since we last spoke.
Yeah, we certainly have. So Orange Cassidy's penciled in AEW International title match with Zack Sabre Jr. has been upgraded to a 4-way match, now including Daniel Garcia and Katsuyori Shibata as well. That's very, very cool. It comes after Garcia and Sabre beat Shibata and Cassidy on Dynamite, and all 4 wrestlers grabbed the international title. There was communication breakdown. Cassidy accidentally orange punched Shibata in the face, led to a pin, and then now we are here. I'm quite excited for this.
A 4-way Shibata-in coming up at Forbidden Door. Also, Toni Storm will defend the AEW Women's Championship against the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, Willow Nightingale.
Ooh.
Great. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. There's a part of my soul that feels sad. And then it's no shade to Willow Nightingale. I think she's brilliant. I love Willow so much. I'm glad to see her on pay-per-view. You make that money, Willow. We're here, low. But it means... does this mean we were meant to get Toni Storm versus Mercedes money? Because money was meant to win the title, and then she got injured during the match with Willow, and then then an audible was called. Were we gonna get? Was this gonna be monies?
I imagine so. I imagine so. But still, Willow has been tremendous as well, and I think she'll pull everything out of their bag on that night. It'll be great.
Yeah, again, that's not with any shade.
No,
to
of course
Willow
not. Of course not.
Some multi-man matches being added to the Forbidden Door card as well.
Yeah, we got Eddie Kingston. He agreed to team with the Young Bucks and Hangman Page to face their Blackpool Combat Club, Shota Umino, and I think Moxley called him tall, dark, and sexy or something. Konosuke Takeshita. Kingston told the Elite he'd pick the 5th person, on their team, and eventually he chose Tomohiro Ishii. He was like, I trust this guy more than I trust you guys, but I don't like Claudio, so I'll come and join you anyway for some batterings.
10 men in the ring for a 10-man tag.
That'd be nice, that.
We got a 6-man as well, haven't we?
We do. Darby Allin and Sting accepted a challenge from Chris Jericho, Minoru Suzuki, and Sammy Guevara for a 6-man tag. Now, Sting and Darby have yet to reveal their partner on the pay-per-view.
Now, predictions later today with myself and Fraser Porter. We're going through the entire card. We're predicting our matches for the show. We'll do live reactions on the night. I believe we're going to put bonus points in for who is going to be the mystery partner. So I will say nothing yet.
I like it.
But I will ask you, if it was you, who would you have got and why?
Oh God, I don't even know.
Write it down.
Don't write it down. I would go for. Well, the thing is, I would have put Ishii in this, and I'd have put. Obviously, he's not with New Japan at the moment, but I'd have put. Why is it gone? Ibushi. I'd have put Ibushi in the Blackpool Combat Club thing with the Elite, obviously. So I'd have gone Ishii. So that would have been my pick.
But Ishii's obviously already involved.
He's already involved.
Well,
so I don't know.
Then you keep your secrets to yourself.
I'll keep my secrets to myself.
I see what you're doing. Just trying to be. He wants to be nice and not give me any answers. I see you. I see right through you. So those added to the show already confirmed. Of course, the IWGP title. Sanada being defending the belt against Jungle Boy. MJF threatening to not turn up for an AEW title match against Hiroshi Tanahashi. We've got Omega versus Ospreay 2, Electric Boogaloo, and Okada versus Danielson, which, according to what they were saying on comms, is the main event.
Yeah. That's
good for me.
Them. I think it'll be incredible. Like, fair enough, put it on last.
Absolutely good. Good enough for you, good enough for me. And now, there was another match that's been added to the card. It was added on Rampage. So, this is the bit.
We like the bit.
We like the bit. If you don't want a Rampage sport for you, this is where we say Keys. Keys!
I love you, bye. You want a little
Adam Cole is in action by order of MJF. He is going to be facing debut tour for AEW, Filthy Tom Lawler.
Ooh, I would not have expected this matchup for Forbidden Door, but I'm all here for it.
It seems very thrown on lastminute.com, AEW, to just go, oh, by the way, Tom Lawler's debuting. But I think a lot of these matches have been left quite late, but the main matches have been given a lot of time to percolate, but a lot has been left to the final week.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess like you could argue that it's Forbidden Door and it's kind of built upon dream matches and this, that, and the other, and kind of just like one-off affairs sometimes. So maybe you don't need the build to some of these things. And obviously this is one that's been there you go. You can have it.
I'll just have that in there. It's when you get a Happy Meal and they chuck in an extra chicken nugget.
Oh my God,
What
the
they've
dream.
done.
It's the dream.
It is living the dream. We'll have predictions for Forbidden Door. Then we'll have live reactions on Sunday night. What happened at the WTF moments? 9 pitches already on the channel with this incredible creator of Mad Max Mania machinations. You can watch that right now.
That was brilliant, but Jack was the MVP of this one. Let me tell you, Jack was the MVP.
Have your say at youtube.com/Cultaholic. And for the latest wrestling news throughout the day, you can check out cultaholic.com. Keys.
I love you, bye.